Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do a first impressions and demonstration on this eye look using the new Urban Decay Heavy Metals Metallic Eyeshadow Palette. This is the box that it actually came in, and then this right here is the package. I think this is super unique. It's very heavy. It feels nice in your hands. It's got like this wave to it. It's a kind of like a metal finish. You're gonna get fingerprints on it. I'm not mad at it, but I know some people do not like that. Now the palette is housed in this so it doesn't open up like a traditional palette. You actually have to push the palette out like so. And then inside, we have this guy here. We can see there's a mirror in the center. You see everything in the room. Mirror in the center, and then we have like more neutral, like wearable everyday shades on this side, and then more of like the colorful on the opposite side. Now I'm gonna read from the box really quickly. This was $55. I got mine at Ulta.com. Now on the back, we've got all the shade names, and then it says, Hard Rock has nothing on heavy metals. We packed this limited edition palette with 20 of our most amped up metallic shadows yet, and every single one is new and exclusive to this palette. As well as on the actual box, you do have the shade names on the palette, which I do appreciate. I can't stand like those little plastic things. Like, they drive me absolutely bonkers. Now some people are going to say, like, why is this set up this way? I personally like that they did something different. I think it's unique, it looks cool, and I don't think you're gonna have any problems. Like, I can't use this by like holding it and doing my shadow, but I do like that you can literally just hold this like you would a palette. As a working makeup artist, I like this kind of style of thing. Like, I like to hold things in my hand like this and work from it. So a lot of the times I will use like this guy here, and I have like everything I want to use on here. So it's like a palette that you hold in your hand and use, and it's not bulky. You don't have to worry about the top coming down or anything like that. I think it's neat. Now I'm going to go through the swatches of these for you. I'm going to go with the colorful side first, so I'm going to do them row by row. The first row we have Ground, Spandex, Metalhead, Mullet, and Twisted. And then for the second row we have Aluminum, Dive, Punk Rock, Amp, and Glam Rock. On the opposite side with the neutrals, we have Base, Demo, Aferparty, Roadie, and Scream. And then for the last row, we have Glory, Starfire, Angelfire, Maiden, and Acoustic. Now I'm going to jump into this tutorial on the eye look, and right after I'm going to tell you guys how I feel about the palette, what I like, what I don't like, and what I suggest buying it. But let's go ahead and do the tutorial first. Anastasia Beverly Hills Orange Soda on a NARS 42, and I'm going to use this for my transition. I'm also going to take that same shade underneath the lower lash line with a NARS contour brush. This is number 44. Wayne Goss number 13 and Fawn, and I'm going to deepen up my crease a little bit with this. Now in with the Urban Decay palette, I'm taking a Wayne Goss number 18 and Roadie. I'm going to use this and deepen up the crease before I put my lid shades on. Now I'm going to take Aferparty on a 242 and pop it on the center of the lid. This is dry, but I might see what it looks like wet. Same color and brush, but now I'm trying it wet. Definitely a little bit more intense and foiled this way. I'm actually going to go ahead and take that color on the outer edge as well, because I thought I was going to use a darker shade, but there's not really one that I feel like would work other than what we put in the crease. I don't want to do that. Now I'm going in with Maiden on the inner corner, and my brush was still a little bit wet, so this is still a little wet, and I'm just going to merge the two. I'm going to go back in with the Roadie on that Wayne Goss brush and just deepen the crease back up so these merge together. Taking Angelfire on a MAC 228, and I'm using this dry because I want to see how it applies. My camera battery started flashing whenever I was finishing this little inner corner, so I went ahead, tried to charge it up a little bit, and did my liner and mascara up top, and now I'm going to do my lower lash line. I'm using Aferparty, and it is wet on my lower lash line with a MAC 219. And I will say, I already feel like this has like lost some of its intensity already, and it's only been like 30 minutes. I'm taking that about 3/4 of the way in. And now Roadie just on this outer corner, and then I'm going to add my mascara to my lower lash line, possibly some black liner, and I'll be done. Alright, all I did was add on my mascara. I didn't end up doing any liner at the bottom at all. I felt like the liner at the top was good enough because, you know, I have not been wearing a wing lately, and then I decided that maybe I would kind of add a few things here or there, kind of pump it up just a little bit after doing like my makeup tutorial on like how I used to do my makeup. I don't know, it kind of inspired me. But that's the finished look, and then I have MAC Yash on the lips. Now, as far as the palette goes, for some pros and cons. Pro, I love the packaging on this. I think it's very unique. I appreciate a brand trying to do something different. Price points for 20 shadows being $55. I don't think that's bad at all. I think it's right around what you can expect from Urban Decay. Now, as far as the shadows go, these are not all created equal in here. Just swatching them, I can tell that some are a little bit more smooth than others. Angelfire, for instance, this one is very gritty, and I would suggest this one more as like a topper instead of trying to apply it like I did, because I just assumed that I could apply it on the lid. I feel like I would probably just take my finger and then go over top of it like a glittery topper. The one directly below Angelfire is Maiden, and that one kind of has a little bit of the grittiness feeling to it as well, but not nearly as much. A lot of the other ones are super smooth, like Amp. It's more of just like a metal metallic shade, but then some of them do have a little bit of like that grit to them. The grit ones are definitely not my favorites. Now, for the eye look that I created right now, I feel like, and I think I said this in the tutorial, I feel like I've already lost a little bit of the shine from them. I think that if you're going to want to use this, maybe just doing one all over the lid would be a better bet, because I felt like when I paired them together, like this one and this one together, I felt like it got kind of like thick and a little bit chunky on the eye, and that might have been just me trying to make it more metallic by getting it wet. You don't necessarily need to use it wet, but if you're going to put one shadow all over the lid, use it wet. If you're going to try to merge them and create a look where they blend together, I would suggest using them dry, except for Angelfire. I wouldn't really try to merge that at all together. Like I said, I would use that as a topper. Now, obviously, this is a first impressions, but I will say I'm kind of with this palette. I don't think it's bad, but I don't think I'm going to grab for it either. And I'm going to say this again, after you use Natasha Denona, some things just aren't going to make you happy, and I kind of want to do a little swatch side by side. So I'm going to take blue, ice blue, and then also Amp. Amp is all, like, obviously a little bit darker, but I want to show you the difference, and hopefully I can catch this on camera. I'm going to try and like go outside, go somewhere where I can catch the sparkle. These are special, and this one is $48. Yes, it is going to be technically more expensive per shadow. These are $55 for 20. However, not most people are going to use all of these colors, so if you find something special, that is kind of what I would suggest doing. So if you're looking for a blue or something, like even this red here is more special than Aferparty, which I put on my eye. Like, it just does not compare. So unless you're going to use all of these shadows, I would probably go with something else. So I'm going to compare Amp to Ice Blue. So you can kind of see how Ice Blue just has more sparkle and more shine to it. And that goes on the lid without even having to wet it. It just goes on like that. And then I'm going to take Peach Bronze here, and I'm going to put it up against Maiden. I just want you guys to see the difference in what I am talking about when I get so excited about something like this. So my final thoughts on the palette, for me, it's going to be a pass. I do like the design. I don't think that the shadows are bad by any means. They just aren't. I haven't really been impressed by anything that Urban Decay has done recently, and I don't mean any shade. This is just my review. I bought the palette to review for you guys, and I would not be doing anybody a service if I didn't just say my thoughts. And so for me, the shadow palette is a pass. but they aren't bad. So if you like Urban Decay shadows, I don't think you will be disappointed in this, but let me know down below if you decide to get it and what your thoughts are on it as well. And until then, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys! Hey guys. Hey Cadence, come here.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, I have to hold this with my broken arm. Alright, I want you to look at these.
Yes, ma'am.
See them?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so pick which shadow you think is a little sparklier, maybe a little bit prettier.
I like that one the best.
Why?
Because it's really sparkly and pretty.
Did I tell you which shadow was which?
No, ma'am.
Did I do anything?
No, ma'am.
That's Natasha Denona that you picked, and that other one's Urban Decay. This is my swatch, girl. Tell me what you just told me about these.
That on the palette, they look a lot more sparkly than they do when you put them on.
On your skin?
Yes, ma'am.
She's going to be a grade A reviewer.